The 1950s and 60s were a time of change, new style, new music, and the start of the decline of religion in America? Yes, despite the fact that the Founding Fathers based the American government on the assumption of a religious society, John Adams said himself, "Our Constitution was made only for a moral and religious people." Multiple polls show that during this time period, fewer and fewer Americans were religious. What kind of effect will starting the religious decline in a religion-built country have? We'll find out by looking at what happens to Connie in Where Are You Going, Where Have You Been, written in 1966 by Joyce Carol Oates. First of all, this change in American society has made Connie into two different people. One is the person that comes out when she is at home, where she will act like the girl the mostly religious society wants her to be, and the other is the Connie that comes out when she is in public, when she is around boys, where she will act like the girl she wants to be. You have to wonder, why does she need to be two different people? Is she hiding the fact that what she does things still mostly religious society wouldn't approve of? Usually people hide something they don't want other people to find out what they're doing. Next, Connie spends lots of time with boys. While this is not necessarily bad on the surface, Connie says that she spends lots of time alone with boys, and that is the issue. When two lovebirds at that age are alone, there is the potential for unreligious activity to go on. Nowhere is the decline of religion more apparent than when Connie states that her family doesn't go to church and that church is not important to them. On Sunday mornings, instead of going to church, Connie sunbathes. The fact that Connie is not religious means that she is more susceptible to temptation and that she does not possess the skills necessary to successfully deal with temptation. Because Connie is susceptible to temptation, temptation comes knocking on Connie's door. Literally. And it looks good. Arnold's friend comes to Connie's house while her family is away, and Connie tells us that she likes the way he looks, with his black hair and black boots. He also makes the situation sound good. It's just an afternoon ride, but in Western society, black is a sign of evil, and that is true here. Bad things can look good on the surface. They do that because if bad always looked bad, no one would ever fall into temptation. The saying goes, sometimes things look too good to be true, because they are, and the saying is true in this situation as well, for we get the sense that he wants more than a ride. Arnold knows a lot of stuff about Connie, even though she just met him, like the fact that her family is not there. Without the internet back then, the only way to know that much about someone so soon is to have supernatural powers, like the devil. And like the devil, Arnold uses this knowledge in an attempt to tempt Connie into agreeing to his evil plan. Not to mention he walks like he has hooves instead of feet. Finally, the language Arnold uses when talking about loving her reeks of control over her and rape, things that are evil and come from the devil, particularly when he implies that she won't be able to get away and that he'll come inside and she'll give in. Unfortunately, eventually Connie goes with Arnold, and we get a sense that Connie will most likely die. In this story, we see that Connie's lack of religion causes her to fall into temptation and give in to it, which is sad. What is also sad is that the lack of religion trend continues into the 21st century and continues to influence society's view of sin, and America has lost some of its greatness because of this. If you want America to be great again, we need to start adhering to the phrase on most of our money: "In God we trust."